The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to the RM Hive. You are tuning into Reader's Magnet's featured author interview. I'm your host, Brittany, and today we're thrilled to shine a spotlight on a very talented author whose work spans across multiple genres and emotional depths. Let's please welcome J E Lenoir, the brilliant mind behind the linked series, including Scars, Backseat, and Angel, with more books on the way, by the way. So, Jane, thank you so much for joining us. How's your day been so far?
Oh, thank you, Brittany. It's been pretty good. It's.
So, we're very excited to hear about your series. So, shall we start?
Yes, let's go right ahead.
All right, so let's start with your journey as a writer. What inspired you to start writing, and how did you develop this passion for storytelling, Jane?
Well, when I was growing up, my grandmother always was pushing books at us. She
Mm,
always had lots of books, and we read everything. I've
wow.
spent my whole life just, if I don't have something to read, I'll read the back of the cereal box. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So
yeah, yeah.
I've always been a very avid reader.
Mhm.
And once upon a time, it's probably back in around 2000, um, I kind of joined a little group that was doing of authors that were doing some of their work. And
Mhm.
I said to myself, why can't I just write something that I really like that doesn't
Yeah.
have to sound like everybody else's stuff? There's no monsters. There's no, well, they're kind of monsters, but they're people monsters. There's no none of these odd things that are in a lot of the books. No Draculas, no things like that.
I like none
There,
of the
there,
fantasy stuff.
yeah. So I just took off and started going, and actually the last book, which I haven't quite finished yet, was the
Mhm.
inspiration for the rest of them. They just kept going back. The history of what was going on just kept going. So I
Wow.
was,
So,
it was
yeah,
fun.
let's talk about your current work. So, who inspired you to write this book, Jane?
Well, it's part of the series.
Yeah.
Um, I started a good while back, um, and the first book is Scars, that tells about the two cousins and their link and getting through the war in Vietnam and going home. And the second book is Backseat. Here's the first book. That's Scars. That's book one.
Yes.
Second book is Backseat,
Back. Uh-huh.
and the third book is Angel.
I love the covers. I love the
Yeah,
book covers.
the I wanted them to kind of blend together, but anyway, they work. The first three were done by another publisher, and then
Hmm.
this book, Linked, which is the fourth book, uh, is done by Reader's Magnet, and
Yes, right here.
we're just having fun. The uh, like I was saying, the first book is about them in Vietnam and places, and then
Mhm.
going backseat, they go back and rescue someone, and then the
Oh,
third
okay.
book is a lot. It's a lot of in here about PTSD
Oh,
and
okay.
things that have happened to the way things have happened to people who have been in war, and
Yes, yes.
try to straighten their lives out from there. And then uh, it's just interesting because the link between these two young men is kind of a family thing. The other people in the family have had this type of thing, so
Hmm.
it's just been fun writing it. It's like something I wanted to write that I would like to read myself. So
Yes.
it's the way it is. I actually never thought it would be published. but I'm
Oh,
glad
it
it is.
it
I'm glad
deserves
it
to be
is.
published. It just definitely deserves to be published because you have such a rich way of writing. Your storytelling in your books makes me want to ask you, Jane, how does your background or personal experiences influence these stories that you create?
Okay. Well, I've always loved to read, and I've worked at lots of different jobs. The last job I had, I worked at a state park, and I did a lot of
A
research.
state park.
And research is a thing that books like this really need, because they touch on so many things, and you need to research them to make sure that you're getting it as close to right as you can, even though it's a fiction. Uh,
Yes, you have to do
and
the
so
research.
I'm hoping that people won't go through and say, "Oh, well, that was wrong there. That was wrong there." You can tell me it's fine, but I did the best I could, and had fun doing it. This last book, book 4,
Yes.
it's about them getting all reconnected, which is strange. It's like, how do you deal with personal relationships when you've got two people who are mentally connected? So it goes into
Yeah.
some pretty interesting pathways. There's a lot of stories in there that are all kind of wound around each other. So uh, we'll see how it does. I think they'll like it. Of course, they
Yeah. I
need to
mean,
read the first ones first, so they'll have.
I'm curious. I'm curious to from what you've mentioned. So there's two characters who have a very strong bond with each other, right?
Yes,
Oh, okay. What are their names? Maybe the viewers want to know
it's
first.
yeah, it's Kevin McClure, and his cousin is Lou Aguilar, and
Mhm,
Kevin's father and Lou's mother are first
mhm.
cousins, and so they would be like second cousins, or maybe, I don't know, first cousins or second. I'm not exactly sure how all that works, but anyway, they're
Yeah.
cousins, and the link seems to, the grandfathers have a link, and the two boys don't really know about all these other links until later on, when they start reconnecting, because
Ah,
the
so they
parents
didn't
don't tell
know
them.
that they were
They don't
related
tell
by
them about it,
blood.
huh?
They didn't know that they were related by blood.
Well, no, they do. They know they're related. They just don't
Okay.
know that the link. They know that they've got this link, and they know the
Mm.
grandfathers do, but they don't know that other people in the family have it.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
just it's all a journey of discovery, I think you would say. And,
Yes. Speaking of discovery, you've explored different genres through your work, Jane. So, how do you navigate through these genre boundaries? And do you have a favorite to write one on?
well, I like like these books. I like the historical fiction, and when I do historical fiction, I do a lot of research on it, because
Mm-hmm.
there's things you can bring out to teach a little bit while you're doing it. You can
Yes,
teach,
yes, definitely.
but the uh, I just I just enjoy things being a little bit different. You know, when you're writing, you like to have a little something in there that'll catch someone's attention, and then they'll get to wanting to follow it and see what happens.
Yeah, I
And
get that.
that's, yeah, I want them to see what happens. So I hope
So
everybody will.
speaking, yeah.
Yeah,
Go on. Go on.
I told you you're going to have to watch me, because I'll talk all over you. The
No, that's all right, because it's your
Yeah,
time to shine.
I know. Like on these first 3 books, they are
Mhm.
all on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and stuff like that. You just have to look up the name
Mhm.
and find the books. And so I hope some people decide that they need this journey, that they would
Yeah.
like to find out what happens.
Now
Anyway,
let's talk about the
yeah,
journey through these books.
yeah,
Speaking of versatility, Jane, let's talk about your series. You've released book one, Scars, book two,
hmm,
Backseat, and book three, Angel,
hmm,
each with its own unique arc. Plus, I hear book 4 is already on the way. Book 4 is here, and you've
Yes.
got 5 and 6 on the works too. So, can you tell us a
Yes.
little more about it?
Yeah. The book book 5 goes on to give you the actual history of the link,
All
and
right.
you find out where it came from and how these families are linked. And it was just interesting and wonderful research that that I could do about. I got into all kinds of interesting areas. The uh, the book 6 is going to be the one that's kind of the uh, it's the last book, and so it's going to try to combine to get everything together and have a satisfactory ending. We all like to have satisfactory endings. I hate books
Yes.
that do not have a satisfactory ending, but
Yeah.
I think they will enjoy that too.
I agree. Like some books out there, just when you get to the ending, it's just like that was it.
Yeah, yeah. I know that's always been. I've always wanted to just take those books and chunk them at the wall and say that wasn't any good. I
All
wanted it
right.
to end better than that.
Yeah,
You're
you can
supposed to
do better than
get rid of the bad guys and say hooray for the good guys.
that.
So we'll have to
So,
do
Jane,
that.
can you tell us a little more about your vision behind the whole series? What can readers expect as the journey continues?
Well, the the stories have a lot to do about understanding each other, and about empathy. That's
Yes.
I mean, Kevin's an empath. He really feels. He has to block out stuff so that he can do what he does. But
Oh,
the there's a lot in there about um, forgiveness. Um, there's so much I can't even really delineate what it is. But there's a lot of it has to do with how people relate to each other. Just these two young men figuring it
yeah.
out. It's a whole. It's just it's their voyage of discovery, as they say. They have to get it figured out, and Kevin's wife is helping them figure it out. And then there's several other little stories that kind of blend in there. There's a story about Kevin's brother Robert and his
Robert.
yeah, Robert McClure and his friend Jenny. Those they're both deaf, but
Oh, okay.
then you know uh, there's the story of Nick and in Vietnam, and how he survived a terrible helicopter crash. And then in
Oh,
Angel, um, Lou is real confused because he's got Angel's like a um, say. Well, he wonders if maybe he's a little schizophrenic or something because he hears a voice,
like
and
there's it's in
he
his head.
always had this little problem, but it's gotten bigger. The more stress he's under and more things go on, the louder this voice is, and it goes. It's there's a little bit of Angel in the first two books, and then there's a whole lot of him in book 3 because he has to. Lou at one point decides that he's going to have to kill himself. Is what he's figured out.
Oh,
I'm doing this is a spoiler, but anyway, it's how all these different things work out. The uh, the fourth book, the
mm-hmm.
connections and these two young men. I mean, they'll save each other. Um, you know how
I like that part
yeah
that
you
they'll
know how
save each other.
they talk about somebody willing to lay their life down for another person.
Yeah, that
These
I
two
love
would,
that.
you know.
I love that.
So it's just and there's some bad guys in there along the way that that kind of drift in and out that are going to have to get they're going to have to get fixed somewhere along the line. So I hope everyone enjoys the journey.
Yeah, talking about that, Jane,
Hmm.
I want to ask the big question to every book lover, every reader out there. I'm a reader myself. I want to ask. You've already shared a few, but I wanna I wanna hear more. Can you give us a sneak peek into any upcoming projects that you're currently working on, or any ideas?
Well, the ones that I'm working on are book 5 and 6. Now, book
Yeah.
5, it opens up where the link came from,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a good bit. It's kind of back in history, and it tells the story of the Cheyenne and getting pushed around one way or another for many years. And there's a lot of research done in that. But there's two little girls, some twin girls,
Oh, yeah.
that are
The
going to end up
that one.
being they're going to end up being very important in this family. Let's just say.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's also a lot of I did a lot of work on the dialogue, which a lot of it sounds very Scottish. You know,
Scottish.
Denny and all these different little words that we don't normally use, but that
Mm-hmm.
hopefully people can navigate through them, because I just like the way they sound. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it was a book for me.
Yes.
But anyway, I think they'll like it. And then the last book pulls everything together, and got to defeat the bad guys, and everybody went out. We like that. So I
All
don't want
right.
to give away. I don't want to give away too much.
Not too much, just a little
Just,
bit.
just a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
What I love so far about your the way you write, Jane, in your book series is that it's all about you wrote it the way that you want it. You wrote it with your imagination.
Hmm.
That's the thing. As a
Yeah.
writer, it's very important that you use it as a means to express yourself, right?
Hmm.
So the right people will definitely navigate towards this series. So for the viewers out there, Jane, where can they get your book? Can you show them again?
Well, right now, Scars,
Mm-hmm.
Backsea, and Angel are all out there on Amazon,
Amazon. All right.
and they're on Barnes and Noble.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to look up my name, the J E Lenoir,
Yes.
uh, because these have never been advertised very much,
Mm-hmm.
because my main thing was getting them published. And then when I got more funds to go further on,
Yeah.
um, that's when we really started the ad campaigns and stuff like that. And I'm just tickled that this Reader's Magnet is being so
Yeah.
good, helping me navigate all these strange currents. But yeah, if go out there and take a look, and I hope everyone enjoys.
Yes. So you heard it, everybody. If to our viewers out there, if you haven't yet, make sure to check out Linked, Scars, Backseat, Angel, all available on Amazon and on Barnes and Noble. And please stay tuned because Jane will be releasing the rest of the series soon, very soon. So Jane, do you have any anything else to say to our viewers right now?
Not really. I just hope that they'll take a look and enjoy. That's
All
what I
right.
want them to do. These books are mainly about friendship, and friendship's a good thing.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
love that. The fact
Yeah.
that you mentioned that their connection is so strong that they're willing to die for each other.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You can't just find that anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Not
before
these days.
yeah, definitely. So before we end this interview, Jane, where can the readers connect with you? Is there any way they can connect with you?
Mm, I'm not sure. I don't really have a lot of things,
Social
except
media?
they could with me with email. If they want to connect with me, I would say they could go to J dot E dot Lenoir at outlook.com. That would be
All
the
right.
best. That would be the best way right now,
All
because
right.
I don't. I've never been very. Let's say I'm not very computer literate, and so I've got to work. I've got to work on my skills. Yeah,
Don't worry, I'm not techie myself.
yeah. I'll have to put something out there on some of my Facebook things too, and see.
All
Yeah,
right. So,
I'm on Facebook.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, how about
yeah.
that?
It's under
So,
it's under it's under Jane Lenoir.
Jane
So,
Lenore. So you heard it, guys. You can connect with Jane on her Facebook. So Jane,
mhm.
this has been a very wonderful conversation. I'm grateful to be here to hear to spend time with you and hear your insights. So thank you so much for sharing your story with us, your inspiration, and of course giving us a glimpse of the linked universe or the linked series. So until next time, this has been Brittany, and as we say here in Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Take care, everyone, and happy reading. Thank you,
Thank
Jane.
thank you, Brittany.